everybody. Welcome back to Ordinary Adventures.
We are traveling to China for the very first time, and our first stop is in Hong Kong. And we find one of the best ways to learn and explore a new city is through its food. So today, we're going to try a bunch of the most iconic Hong Kong food items that will take us on a journey around the city. And of course, if you're in Hong Kong, you have to get yourself some dim sum. We'll try some Michelin-rated fried buns, classic egg tarts, pantyhose milk tea from the stand that invented it, the best pineapple bun in the whole city, in a traditional Hong Kong diner. And guess what? Kitra's gonna eat some chicken feet. And we'll travel across the harbour to Kowloon, and we'll end the night on the promenade watching a show where the city's skyscrapers come to life. When you come with us on this adventure. So our plane took off at LAX at 11 a.m. and we didn't land until the next day at 7 p.m. in Hong Kong. It's a 15-hour flight. It's a long one, and you got to stay up because you don't want to get the jet lag.
Yeah, you'd be proud of us. Neither of us fell asleep on the plane. We were up for almost 24 hours. By the time we got here and got to our hotel, we decided to crash. But we woke up this morning and we wanted to give you a little tour of our room because it's actually a pretty nice room.
Yeah, it is. So I'm going to admit to you guys that we've already messed up. We did buy a power adapter, but apparently this power adapter is for China, mainland China, and not Hong Kong. So we've already used up our battery power, and we gotta find power adapters today.
The hotel that we're staying at is called 99 Bonham. When you first walk in, there's this kitchenette area that has not one, but two coffee makers, has a sink, has a fridge, has a microwave, and then look at how big this room is.
Yeah, we have a big sized bedroom. You got a bed here, you got even like a dining room table. We haven't opened this window yet.
I know, because we got here and it was already dark, and then I closed all the blinds because we immediately fell asleep, but let's open it and see if we have any sort of view. Whoa! Ooh, it's a little like foggy today, or like overcast. Looks cinematic. One thing that we've noticed just upon like driving from the airport to here is there's so many tall, skinny buildings here. Like look out here. They're so narrow. And if you look out in the distance, you could actually see a mountain peeking through, like through the fog. This is a tropical climate with like lots of mountains and stuff. It is so much different than I was anticipating already, and I can't wait to leave the hotel room and explore more. But wow, we're on the 28th floor.
Yeah, this shower is awesome. It like really has high water pressure, and then it comes with those 3 soaps on the left there. But it is incredible. And obviously we have the toilet.
So let's go ahead and do the flush test. Gotta say, I love the blue water in there. It's nice. And look at this big flusher. Pretty good.
That's a 5 out of 5.
That's a 5 out of 5. All right, enough with the room tour. Let's get out of here and go explore.
So the number one place we always want to go is Japan. And since we went there and dipped our toes in, one of the top places we want to go is China.
Yeah, it gave us the confidence. We're travel bugs now.
Yeah, and by the way, we just saw a 7-Eleven. They have like 7-Elevens here, kind of like they do in Japan. They're better than the 7-Elevens in America. And they had a power adapter. So we were able to get our power adapter, and you know, we're in Hong Kong, so I figured, let's go get some dim sum.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we just went underneath the scaffold, and it's made up of bamboo. I've never seen that in the States. That's cool.
We went to this restaurant called Dim Sum Square, and first thing that I love about it is it has this little paper that you mark down what you want, and everything's in English. So you put down the quantities of like things that you want. This is gonna be dangerous because we want to try so much, but we need to pace ourselves.
So traditionally, dim sum is Cantonese Chinese tidbits that are consumed with tea, and Hong Kong is well known for it. Dim sum means literally to touch the heart.
Aww.
Today, we're gonna be touching the heart.
We absolutely love dim sum, and I'm just excited to be in Hong Kong in general, but I am probably most excited about all the delicious food that we get to try while here. We got like a good variety of stuff.
Yeah, you even got some
chicken feet. So listen, they had like hearts next to things that were popular dishes, and that was one of them. So let's try it out. I don't know how to eat a chicken foot, but we'll see. Maybe it's delicious. Who knows?
So in dim sum restaurants, especially here in Hong Kong, you're supposed to take your glasses and actually clean them out with like the tea. I don't know why that is, but That's what you do. So I just looked it up. The cleaning of the cups with the hot tea is a traditional thing that they do here. And it's not that the cups are not clean, they are clean. It's just traditional.
So I guess I'm gonna be the brave one. Peter was just like, you wanna eat the chicken feet? Didn't even hesitate. So I'll go first. The texture of it is really soft, and it's interesting because there are actually bones in there, so you kind of have to grab it with your chopsticks and just rip off the meat and then pick out the bones as you go. But it is a little bit hard to eat. The flavor is good though. Not my favorite though. I'm glad I tried it though. I want to see what you think.
Oh. It's like chicken. Almost like a Kung Pao chicken or something like that. But it is weird that you're eating a chicken foot, you know what I mean? But when in Hong Kong. Next up, I'm going to try the steamed pork buns. As you know, I am a connoisseur of steamed pork buns. I've never had them actually here in Hong Kong. So I will say these are a little small, but it looks so good. By the way, the prices on these things are so super cheap. I think our entire meal is 181 Hong Kong, which is like 20 bucks American. So sweet. I wasn't expecting it to be this sweet because you hear a lot about how China doesn't like have as much like sweetness in their foods as we do in America. But and the bun is fluffy, perfectly cooked. 5 out of 5 here.
And of course we had to try some pork soup dumplings. I'm still not sure how you're supposed to eat this. You're supposed to like poke a hole in it and kind of drain the soup a little. Otherwise it'll go like squirting everywhere. So who knows if I'm doing this correctly. Don't judge me. It's our first day in Hong Kong, okay? We should have ordered like 10 million of these. We only ordered one. Like, I knew when I was placing the order, I was like, I know we're gonna want more of these. Can we come here every day and just order this?
I don't eat them traditionally. I like to let them cool a little bit, and I like to put it in my mouth and have it explode. You can't do that like when they come out piping hot though.
We made that mistake before. How happy are you right now? It feels like it didn't feel real that we were here until this moment, I feel.
Chinese food might be my favorite kind of food.
It is your favorite type of food.
Yeah, so I'm in heaven. Next up, we got the lava custard buns, and I think these have like egg or something in it. So I bit into this, and I wasn't expecting the custard to go everywhere. It's almost like a dessert. This might be one of the best Chinese food things I've ever had.
I agree with you. Ordinary Adventure Star. It's a little bit sweet, and it's definitely very messy, but how gorgeous is this?
That dim sum was insanely affordable. The dim sum place we go in LA is like 4 times the price.
Yeah, our entire meal was I think like around 20 bucks here. And in LA, that would probably be like, I'm not even joking, like $75. Way to our next destination, and we stumbled across this little alleyway that has a bunch of stuff for sale. We wanted to take a look to see what they have.
It looks like they got some fortune pendants.
Yeah, they have a bunch of like bracelets and stuff and little Buddha statues. I feel like I need to buy something. So they have a piece of paper here that kind of explains the Chinese zodiac. And I'm a pig, or I'm a boar, and I found a little sparkly pig. It kind of reminds me of our dog Pixel.
Right now we're going to go to a temple, one of the oldest temples in Hong Kong. It's like from 1847. It was built during the Qing Dynasty. Okay, that was really cool. The inside was very atmospheric, but before you get in there, you got to step through the threshold, over the threshold, I should say, because that's to keep the bad spirits out. You don't want to step on it. And then once you get in there, you see a lot of people burning candles, burning incense.
Yeah, and that's kind of like a worshiping of the gods. Like you light the incense to kind of communicate with the gods and show your worship. And since it is the Chinese New Year, I noticed a lot of fruit and a lot of mandarin oranges. And I think that's also an offering. Like you're supposed to offer 4 oranges, I think I read. But that was such a fun experience. Like it was so packed in there and it just smelled like beautiful incense. My eyes are a little watery because of it.
I got emotional being in there. It just like, I don't know, it's just very, very cool. I'm glad that we came here.
Yeah.
If you look above the temple, you'll see some smoke and some incense wafting out. And above it, you see these tall buildings that we were talking about. They almost look like apartment buildings where you have apartment on top of apartment on top of apartment. I've not seen anything like this anywhere but Hong Kong. And it's kind of crazy that like so many people live in such a small space.
I just used my first public restroom in Hong Kong, a lot different than Japan. This one actually had like a string that you pull down to flush the toilet. So that was kind of interesting.
It's good to know that they have them now.
I know, I was worried. We found at least one.
It's also funny to get to Manmo Temple. It's on Hollywood Road. So we're halfway around the world, but we're still in Hollywood. If you're in Japan or China and you're looking for a good place to eat, the best way to find it is to just like look for a restaurant with a line around the block. We've seen a couple of those. We've even seen like these fast food places where it's just people like every person for themselves. They're trying to get the food.
Yeah, and then they also have like Subway and McDonald's and stuff too. There's so many little food stands. Everywhere you turn, there's some place to eat. It all looks good.
And then there's like these little stores selling ingredients. I'm not exactly sure what they're selling, but it's cool to look in. We're just crossing the street. Look at this place. It sells a bunch of like buns and bows. I feel like the places even on like the corner of the street are better than the best places in LA.
Yeah, definitely.
So going on public transit here, you need an Octopus card. It's kind of like the Suica card in Japan, but it's one step more complicated. So you can't just add it through your Apple Wallet. You need to download this app. It's called the Octopus for Tourists app. And then you can add through your credit card money to it. And then it adds it to your Apple Wallet. And then you can use it.
We kept trying to add it through the iPhone on the Apple Wallet ourselves, but you can only do that if you have a Hong Kong debit card, which we didn't have, so it kept declining. We were like freaking out, but then we Googled what to do and it was very easy. Next up, we hopped on board a Ding Ding, which is just a transportation device here in Hong Kong. It's a nickname given to these because they go ding ding with the bell, and they've been around for over 100 years. They're like these little skinny bus trains, almost like a cable car that you'd find in San Francisco, but a lot cooler. It actually reminds me of like the night bus from Harry Potter. This is so cool.
I wonder if this is just like a touristy thing, or do you think like the locals take the Ding Ding?
No, I think it's just a mode of transportation. I like it.
I feel like when I lived in San Francisco, the cable cars was mostly a touristy thing, but I would often like take it up to like my interviews, like up the hill. When you need to get off the Ding Ding, you just scan your Octopus card at the exit, and you get deducted 3 Hong Kong dollars, which to my calculation is 38 cents. So we're in the central neighborhood, which I think is kind of like a bustling financial district, and I see a lot of stores I recognize from America, but I recognize one from Japan, and it looks like they have Don Quixote here, but it's called Don Donkey.
So Don Quixote, or in this case Don Donkey, is kind of like a value store, but they literally have everything. They have food, they have like video games, they have bathroom stuff.
They literally have everything.
Yeah, so the one that we went to in Japan was like 10 stories tall. I'm excited to look around this one. I think this is a much smaller Dong Donkey. Like it seems like it's just food and then like toiletries and stuff.
But it looks like they have a lot of stuff from Japan.
Yeah.
What is this? Did Kitra find a new pair of Crocs?
I don't even know if these are actually Crocs or if they're like a knockoff. Yeah, I think they're a knockoff, but I would buy them. They're kind of expensive. Or wait, I like looked at this and it said 99 and I thought that was dollars. I was like, wow, but that's actually probably not that much.
Yeah, that's $12.65.
Oh wow, they're so cheap. Should I get it back? Makes me feel like we're back in Japan.
What I found, a little Disney train. They even have Japanese strawberries here, which are like so amazing, but they have like the pink ones, and they cost more money than the Crocs.
We stumbled into the pet aisle. Should I buy our dog some like treats from China, but that's actually from Japan?
It's confusing.
Yeah, I'm confused. We found the central mid-level escalators, which is supposedly the longest outdoor escalators in the world or something. And I kind of like that because this is a pretty hilly city, so it takes you from like a lower level up to like a different street up at the top or something, I'm assuming.
Do you think at 800 meters that's longer than the escalators at Universal Hollywood?
Well, we love those escalators, so we at Universal, so we got to go on this, obviously.
These really aren't escalators as much as a moving walkway.
I'm just excited that I don't have to walk up any steps.
So the mid-central escalators were built in 1993. It's because this area is very hilly and there's a lot of business being done, so they were built to alleviate that, but they've turned into kind of like a tourist attraction of sorts.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
But you can see many locals are using it just to get around.
So what I've noticed is once you go up, you're kind of stuck up there. If you want to go back down, you have to use stairs. So therefore, I think the Universal Studios Hollywood escalators win for me. I don't know what I was envisioning, but for some reason I thought it was one long escalator, but obviously it has stops at all the different streets. But I love coming up here and you get kind of like a bird's eye view of the city. Look down and be like, do I want to go down there? Or do I want to keep going up the escalator?
I mean, they do have another dim sum place right there.
Like, I'm smelling so many good smells, it's making me hungry again.
Well, guess what? We're gonna go eat at some places up there.
Okay, so I guess let's keep going up then.
So we finally got off the escalators and we went to Cheong Hing Tea. This is famous for their Shanghai pan-fried buns. And these buns are popular street food in Shanghai, and they've gained a considerable popular following because this is actually listed in the Michelin guide. When you come in here, you can see the buns being skillfully fried right in front of you. And it's funny because they have like this video up. So many foreigners come here because it's like a famous place that they have a video showing you how to eat it, because if you eat it wrong, it could burn your face.
Which we would probably do, so I'm glad we watched the video.
Yeah, so you take that small bite and then you're supposed to suck up the soup from the bun before eating it. You're supposed to slurp it. Makes them, lets them know.
That wasn't a sound effect. Okay.
Okay, here goes.
Oh.
Second time today.
Second time today.
I spilled stuff all over.
Now I'm scared to eat it.
Take two.
Okay.
So on the bottom, it's crispy and pan fried. On the top, it's just like a little bit chewy. And inside that, it's just like so flavorful.
We should have got more than 4.
Yeah, you can get 4 or 6. We should have got 6.
They should have hired me to do the instructional video. This is amazing. Wait, should we order some to go? Should we?
We have a lot more stuff that we're going to eat today.
Do we?
Yeah.
Wait, is anything going to top this?
I don't know.
This is like a must-do when you come here. Ordinary Adventure Star, obviously. And right across the street is the Thai Cheong Bakery, where they've been serving up egg tarts for half a century. They're one of the oldest egg tart bakeries, and they opened in 1954. It's pretty convenient that it was right across the street. We gotta go try one. I'm just gonna try the classic egg tart, which is a short crust and it has a custard filling. And these are actually served warm. How cute is this? I love it. Let's try it. So I was thinking to myself, what is a short crust? I think it's kind of like shortbread, and then the most delicious filling you can ever imagine. This is like kind of like scalding hot. It's burning the bottom of my hand, but it's so worth it. And you bite into it and it's kind of dense. Like it almost is like biting into like scrambled eggs or something, but like mixed with custard, and there's sugar in there. It's a perfect little grab and go treat, and this obviously gets a 5 out of 5.
So you probably know this, that Hong Kong used to be under British rule, and they say the egg tarts actually were inspired by the English custard tart. So at least that's the urban legend of it all. I ended up getting the milk egg tart. I've had egg tarts before. I've never had a milk egg tart. Now you can tell that the texture here is a little bit creamier than the normal egg tart, and it's a little bit more like sweet. So I think I like this one a little bit better, to be honest with you. 5 out of 5 Peters. This place gets the ordinary retro style.
Duh.
So those egg tarts were only 11 Hong Kong dollars, which is like $1.40 American.
Yeah, and then those buns that we got, I think were 40 Hong Kong dollars for the 4 of them, which is like $5. What a great deal.
Right around the corner, there's Lan Fong Yuen, which is this rickety little stand, and they are known for their milk tea. It's believed that in 1952, this is where the pantyhose milk tea was invented, and they call it pantyhose because to make the tea, you like put it in this like strainer like thing that they thought looked like pantyhose. But I don't know. This is where it all began.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Now all around the world get milk tea.
They actually sell food and stuff there too, but the menu is really simple for the milk tea. You can either get it hot or you can get it iced. And what makes this different is they use evaporated milk and just obviously black tea. But we got one to share. I'm kind of regretting it. We probably should have gotten 2. But let's try it.
Oh, what are all the icons on there?
This is kind of cute.
It almost looks like a Starbucks cup in a way.
1952. Probably like talks about the history and stuff. Oh my god. I never want to leave. The food has been so good so far. Wow. 5 out of 5. This is absolutely perfect. Not too sweet. You could really taste the black tea. Just absolutely perfect. I don't need anything else.
I gotta try it.
I know, I've already drank like half of it. I'm sorry.
5 out of 5?
Yes, 5 out of 5. Okay, try it. I just gotta say, you look really cool, like leaning up against this street light.
Oh yeah, the tea, the black tea is a lot stronger than I've had on normal milk tea, or not normal milk tea, other milk teas.
Americanized milk
milk teas.
So good.
For sure.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It is cool that like just a small little stand. After all these years, they haven't like, they felt no need to like buy this huge like space or anything. They're just like, like people lined up down the block.
Oh my god, I love it.
They sell over 1,000 cups of that milk tea every single day. And walking around this area, so many of the restaurants look like they're amazing and they've been here for like over 50 years. I wish we had more time here to like eat and explore. So we randomly stumbled into Central Market, which is a bunch of stalls, and one of them called my name. It's a collectible stall, has all these like little customized Marios. But I think the thing I think is the funniest out of everything here is this collection right here of these bunnies. Like they're all like miserably working or miserably on the subway.
I love it. Oh, they all look so sad.
Look at this one. He's like, he just wants to get out of the subway. Okay, look, there's a mystery box, and it comes with one of 5 different Lotsos. You can get like daily, grumpy, happy. Oh, look at it. It's Lotso's secret plan.
I have so many cute mystery boxes here, but I'm saving myself for all like Disney related souvenirs when we go to Hong Kong Disney.
What is this robot trying to tell you?
I think he's trying to tell us about this area that we're in. He's like showing us the steps. Thank you. So much. He literally stopped and like turned to you to start talking.
What happens if we walk away?
I don't know. Bye-bye.
I gotta say, I'm kind of surprised that there's so much stuff in English here. Like, it feels like there's more English in Hong Kong, like in terms of signs and stores, than there was in Japan. So I was just looking at some of the change I have here. There's this $2 coin that has like these interesting ridges around it. And then the $5 coin is kind of like an Oreo, where it's like thicker. It has like a coin.
Don't eat it.
Yeah. But how interesting is that? Also, why doesn't America, I know we have $1 coins that no one uses, but like, why don't we have like $5 coins? Every time we go to a new country, we try to figure out the MTR in that country, and at first we like freak out or like don't know what's going on. Then like by midday we've had it all figured out. So this is just me telling you, don't freak out. You got this. We're not geniuses. All you gotta do is use Google Maps, type in your destination, and it'll tell you all the steps of getting there. So like this right now, we need to get to this line, and we need to look out for the red signs. Follow the signs for the red sign?
We're not geniuses?
No.
Speak for yourself.
請勿靠近車門，前邊學校電車門，Please stand back。下一站。
You can get a $2,000 fine if you're caught eating or drinking on the train. So it's like $250.
We did it.
So the train actually took us underneath Victoria Harbour to the other side. It's called Kowloon. And we're walking by the Space Museum, which looks like a mini spaceship Earth. But we just...
the Museum of Modern Art. So there's a lot of like art sculptures and stuff out here. But we just like literally found Peter. Are you a piece of art? What is that? I don't even understand what this is right here. But it has the same glasses as Peter. Who wore it better? It's like, is this art? Is this...
Art, look it up.
Yeah, I like it. It's nice. Feels like I'm in a swimming pool.
We're here in Hong Kong in March, and it has been very humid. So coming by the water, it is delightful.
Yeah, so that explains why I've looked like this all day. But I've looked more glowy than normal, that's why. Yeah, but it does feel good over here.
So we're on part of the promenade. It's called the Avenue of the Stars.
So it has handprints, kind of like Hollywood Boulevard.
It's interesting that some of these have handprints and some of them don't. And I like that it's not just actors. They also have directors, choreographers. This guy changed action choreography in Hollywood forever.
Oh my God, and you guys have the same hands. Is this your secret identity and you're trying to tell me?
I like that they also have autographs too.
This is awesome. I'm so happy we came over here. And yeah, our hotel's like over there somewhere.
It's cool watching all the boats go by too.
Yeah, I was just overhearing somebody's conversation and apparently like there's like a ferry you could have dinner on that goes, yeah, I was like, dang, we should have done that. And right next to John Woo, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jackie Chan himself. Ah, my hand doesn't quite fit. I guess that means that I'm not a kung fu master. Dang it.
It's interesting that all the names have like Mr. or Mrs. next to them.
When we were looking at photos of the Avenue of the Stars, I saw this pig statue, this golden pig statue, and I'm so happy we found it because I've been wanting to get my photo with it all day because I'm the year of the pig and I just love it so much. It's so cute. So we're gonna stand in line and get our photo, or I'm gonna get my photo at least.
So at the end of Avenue of the Stars, it's not just his handprints, but there's a full life-size statue of Bruce Lee, maybe one of the most famous people from Hong Kong.
It's funny because everybody's lining up to take their photo in front of it, doing the pose. Let's see if Peter can do it as good as him.
Do I look like him?
Actually, yeah, kind of. Have a more menacing look on your face. No. No. What was that?
Every night they have a light show on the skyscrapers at 8 p.m., so we're gonna have to come back for that a little bit later. I want to see, it supposedly looks pretty cool. We're just cutting through a mall. We might be in the most bougie mall I've ever seen.
Yeah, we don't belong in here, but I feel like I was like, almost like, let's turn around. I don't want to walk in here, but look at this. It feels like I'm in a spaceship or something.
Also, I didn't expect to run into so many robots here in Hong Kong. This guy's sleeping now.
I found more art. Someone explain to me in the comments what is this representing?
It's art, look it up.
It says Taco Tuesday on this turtle, but the turtle doesn't have a head. He's wearing socks. There's a corn.
And why is there a balloon coming out of his butt?
That's his head. That's the head. We came up to the Epcot ball and it's full of champagne.
It's kind of underwhelming.
It is a little bit underwhelming. It looks clear from the bottom.
I think we found the geeky part of Hong Kong. It's this mall called Inns Point, and we went up to the second floor, and it's just like vendor after vendor, aisle after aisle of like Legos and collectibles and toys, and there's just so much stuff here.
This is kind of amazing. This is right up our alley. Like, we love places like this. And I found You could collect all of like the Hong Kong vehicles, all the different buses, the taxis, everything.
Yeah, but the real reason you were here was for Fat Gizmo.
Yeah, what drew me over to this area is was like a little Pomeranian looking thing that I saw.
I like the little 7-Eleven machines that turn into robots. These realistic miniature cats. What is this? This place just keeps on going and going and going. There's even another floor. That place was insane. If you wanted Legos, if you wanted things from Gachapon machines, if you wanted Star Wars action figures, lightsabers, there was multiple floors, and every single floor probably had over 100 different booths.
Yeah, I felt like I was gonna knock things over because it was so packed full of stuff.
Yeah.
And I restrained myself. I wanted to buy like every little miniature thing that I saw, but it was cool just to see.
It's crazy to me because like the closest thing we have to this in California is called Frankensons, and that's only open, what, 2 days a week?
Yeah.
This is open 7 days a week, and it's multiple, I don't know, it's huge.
Yeah, that was cool.
We're walking down the street and I turn around for just 1 second and Kitra like disappears and I find her inside the claw machine store. Of course. You know that's a scam. There's no way you're gonna win.
You're telling me I shouldn't try? It's a Pomeranian. You're not gonna win it for me? No?
I don't think we have room in our luggage.
Gizmo would love that. You could like sleep on it. Come on.
No. Oh!
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
No! Are you kidding me?
Come on, win it for me, baby.
This is rigged, right? This has to be rigged. Should I put more money in?
No, it's okay, it's okay.
So we went down the street a little bit to the Sino Center Mall, which is like the same thing. It's a bunch of booths and it's like more collectibles and tech products and video games.
And candy.
And candy. Like there's so many people in here. Like, oh my God.
I found 2 necessities that I had to have. This is a pop socket. Or I mean, an off-brand pop socket, but I needed it, right?
Yes.
What is that?
I think it's like a hot dog.
Is that what it is?
I think. I don't. So that place was even bigger than Inn's, and it had 3 levels. And it's funny because we went to these places, I was like, oh, there'll be collectibles that I will like, but it turned out it was all stuff Kitra wants. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It was awesome.
All the cutest stuff. All Duffy and Friends, all Mofu-san.
Yeah, it was great. I enjoyed that.
I don't know how other travel vloggers can do this. My feet feel like they're gonna fall off.
Oh my God, they hurt so bad. They hurt so bad. Everywhere we go, we try to look for some place to sit down for 5 minutes so we feel better. We're gonna take the bus because it has a seat on it. Does that sign mean that they sell turtle soup? Is that what that's implying?
I think so. So next up, we went to Kam Wah Bakery and Cafe. They're famous for their pineapple buns, but also their puff pastry egg tarts. And pineapple buns are actually not made out of pineapple at all. It's named that because the top sometimes. These ones don't. But I did try this, and this one comes with salted butter inside. That's one of the ways they serve it. And it was so scrumptious.
So good.
So sweet, so delicious. And this cafe is super small. They do seat you with other people. We were sat with some random stranger, which is why we didn't do our review at the table. And one of the people working there showed me that the entrance sign that was there from the day one where the owners opened up the store, which is kind of cool. And I don't know, it's just a cool little place, and apparently has the best pineapple bun in the city. And you know what? I can't dispute that.
Yeah, it was good.
5 out of 5 Peters.
Ordinary adventure star.
So for dinner, we're going to a Cha Chen Tang. These are affordable diners, cafes that are all around Hong Kong. And they serve some interesting food that we're excited to try. We've made our way to the Australian Dairy Company. They're known for their lightning fast service and their creamy scrambled eggs.
You weren't kidding about lightning fast service. Literally, we got sat in an instant. Server came over. She's like, "What do you want?" We didn't know, and she just like pointed at things. She's like, "These are the things you want." She basically ordered for us, and then before we could even like say that we were here, all 3 of our dishes showed up. And I'm gonna try the scrambled eggs and toast because I am a connoisseur of scrambled eggs. This is so cool. Look at this like perfect piece of toast.
What is going on here?
This place is awesome. This is like a tea house or something. So they don't really have much on the menu as for food.
It's kind of like our version of Denny's. It's like a late night diner.
I love it. The vibe in here is like immaculate. These eggs are so creamy, buttery, smooth, and the bread is like perfectly cut, like this perfectly nice white bread.
Do you think they actually get their dairy from Australia?
I mean, Australia isn't that far away from here. So maybe. Who knows? I was like, why is this place called what it is? Who knows? But I'm giving this like a 4 out of 5.
So when the waitress came over and was like, "You need to get this. This is the one item. This is their signature item. It is the steamed milk pudding." What is steamed milk pudding? I don't know. Let's find out. Oh wow, it is actually a pudding. I don't know why I thought it was going to be like more liquidy. That is so interesting because it's like milk flavored, but it's a pudding. It's like silky, smooth. It's not like too sweet. I'd give it like a 4 out of 5. This is like, not the best thing I've ever had, but I feel like if you come to Hong Kong, you need to try it.
We also had to try the macaroni chicken soup. This, you could get a variety of toppings. We got ham and a fried egg, and it's a big portion. Traveling. This is exactly what you think it would be. It tastes like just a nice chicken soup that your mom would make you when you were a kid, or that you'd get out of like a Campbell's can or something.
Yeah, but it has an egg and ham on it.
Yeah, I feel like the addition of eggs and ham is a good one, and now like...
And also macaroni.
Yeah, I think we need to make it this way at home from now on. Whenever I'm having like a sick day, I'm going to demand you to make this for me. I'll give it like a 4 out of 5. This is fun.
The more and more I'm eating this, the more and more I'm liking it. Is like a comfort food. I feel like it's one of those places that you come and you'd be like, I just want my macaroni chicken noodle soup.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They also had a spaghetti chicken noodle soup too, which sounds awesome.
I don't know about that. How would you even eat that?
I don't know. I will say, I tried this and I was not a fan, but I would still try it when you come here and you could decide for yourself.
We wanted to make it back to the promenade by 8 p.m. We were worried we weren't going to have enough time. That place was so fast.
It was so fast. Good for them.
I think we were in and out in like 20 minutes.
I was worried. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to take forever. No, you have nothing to worry about when you go there.
By the way, we're just walking through another market. I don't know. This place has like a lot of street markets.
I'm loving Hong Kong so far. I don't know about you.
I am too.
But what an amazing city. I mean, I know we're in a different city right now, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. We were just walking down the street and we saw a store that just sells masks. Obviously, China and Hong Kong have been masking since before the pandemic. I was watching some vlogs to prepare for this trip, and some of them were from like 5-6 years ago. And so many people in the videos who were wearing masks back then. So it makes sense. So we just made it back to the promenade, and there's a lot of people here.
No, it feels like we're lining up to watch like a Disney fireworks show or something, or like a parade.
Yeah.
But I think the good news is we'll have a good view no matter where we stand. It already looks like a lot cooler at night with all the neon and stuff.
The Symphony of Lights is every night at 8 p.m. and it's the world's largest permanent laser light show projected atop of dozens of skyscrapers. So there you go. Let's go watch it. Kong adventure. If you want to see part 2, we'll leave it right there when it's done. And if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe below. I want to say thank you to some of our Patreons. That includes
Angela, Kelly, and Christy. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks for watching, guys.
We'll see you
on the next adventure.
So many more adventures. Trust me, a lot.